specifically what I want to make is the assembly table and lasers. Because once we have those, you know what, let's do this. We can make some gates. And gates are very, very useful. What else do I want to drop off? I need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need that. Ignis extruder. Nope, don't need that either. And I'll put these compression dynamos away for now. Alright. I made a little too many, but that's okay. I'll have them for later. Yay. Silver. Nope, don't know what that was. Okay, so we need some obsidian. We have some diamond. We do need some redstone. And we are going to make ourselves... What is it? Oh, I can never remember how to do this. This way? Some does not look quite right. Nope. Hey, there it is. Suppose we gotta make a couple of these. Okay. We'll make 6. Okay. Now we need the assembly table, and I don't remember how to make that, but we are going to need some obsidian and some diamond. Assembly table. Diamond, diamond gears. I hate making those. Hey, but at least those stone gears that we made earlier are going to come in handy. Some of that. Some more diamond. What else did we need? Redstone. Okay, cool. Well, let's do this. Of course, I don't have the stone gears anymore. Where did I put them? And when will they be back? I think they should end up in this crate at some point. Alright, well, I'll just wait for them to be here and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We need to make an iron gear. Yup-a-doo. We need to make a gold gear. Dun-da-da. And then, as much as it pains me, whoops, I need to make a diamond gear. Very cool. Diamond gear goes there. Diamond goes there. I think this is about right. And an assembly table. Excellent. Alright, so, got ourselves an assembly table. Got ourselves some lasers. And now we just need to find a place for this. And where I was thinking, actually, was upstairs. And... Oop, I don't want to be a skeleton. Ooh, I could be a wither skeleton too. Oh, I like morph. It's so much fun. Okay, so I started clearing this area out, and then I found all this dirt because if I go show you, I'm like right next to the surface. And I don't really want to clear out all the dirt by hand, so I was going to make myself an excavator. Let's see. Go back into my normal self. Excavator we're going to need, because I don't think I have the pattern for it. Don't see it. We're going to need to make a couple things. I'll be right back because I'm going to get some metal melted. Alright, so we're going to need 5 aluminum. 2 and 2 is the ratio. So let's go ahead and do this. I wish I had just counted that. 1, 2, okay, so let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we have 17 in there. Let's do 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we've got 20 of those, so that's... Okay. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4... And then we're going to need 8 iron because they are in ingot form. No, we need 16 iron. There we go. Alright. So while that melts down, we're going to make ourselves the rest of the patterns. And hopefully you guys aren't totally tired and sick of Tinker's Construct, because I still like it. Alright, so we've got ourselves Okay, good. That's off. Whoops. That was stupid. That's okay. We will invert this. Send that back. Give ourselves a redstone torch. Will this reach? No, of course not. This one will attach to that though. And that sucks it back in there. Very cool. All done. Alrighty. So we need to cut ourselves our excavator head. Grab that. Oh, brother. You know, I always do this. I don't know what my problem is. But I always forget that I actually have to cast, or rather I actually have to have some aluminum brass to cast. So let me go fix this situation, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, here we go. We should have some, yay, aluminum brass. Very cool. So now we can make our excavator head, and I suppose I ought to drain the rest of the aluminum brass out. Hopefully that got it all. Let's find out. Sweet. Alright, now hopefully we will have enough aluminum brass in here to make all the rest of the ingots. So we need to make ourselves a tough tool rod. Nope, that's not it. Regular tool rod. Yep. I know I've got a tough tool rod in here somewhere. Nope, nope, that's tough binding. We don't really need that as a cast, but we will need that here. Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. It's right here in my inventory the whole time. Okay, so excavator head, go on there. It's gonna use a ton of alumite. It's like 8 ingots, kind of crazy. That's why I made so much to begin with. And tool rod. Wait, oh well. I wasn't going to make an alumite tool rod. I'll melt it down again in a second. I was going to make an alumite binding, or reinforced plate, large plate, whatever it's called. I love watching this fall. It's just something very, I don't know, makes me feel very medieval. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Nope, you're going to need this in a second. Okay, how much alumite is left in here? We've got 5 ingots left. Suppose I ought to disable... Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We didn't have enough. Suck that out. Should form an ingot on this side. Very cool. Alright, now to drain the rest of the alumite out of here, turn it into ingots I can use to repair some of my stuff. Now the tool rod needs 3. I want to do an ardite tool rod. Very cool. So we'll get this melting. Slap that down. Remember, it's over there. Num num nums. Alright. Probably ought to turn this off before the ardite completely melts. Got alumite in there. Nothing left in here. Very cool. Alright, go ahead and melt ardite, and as soon as that's done, I'll be right back. Alrighty, ardite is all melted. Let's make ourselves a tool rod, make ourselves an excavator, which I've been meaning to make for a while. Alright. Make sure I put these in the right... Oh, I do need a binding. I thought I did, but my brain said no. Even though my gut said yes. I'll do this. Now this is probably going to take a bit of a hit to its... Now, looks pretty good. Alright, so mining speed, it can go up through cobalt. Not that I'm going to ever be using this to mine cobalt with. Lots of durability. And it's stone bound. Very cool. Alright, let's go on back upstairs. And... well, we're not going to get through this way. Let's just cut ourselves a hole. Over this way. Dun 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 dun. Alright, excavator time. Yay. So I'm probably going to want to raise the roof a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this all out, and I'll be back in a few. Alright, here we have nice big open space to play with. So what I want to do is bring up some of this energy conduit, and I mean really we'll go ahead and use this. So let's bring it up maybe about like this. Now this is another thing that we're not going to want to leave connected all the time. And at some point we're going to do... How many things do I have? 6 of them. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Because last I checked, lasers actually drain power as well. So, see, there we go. Filling it up, filling it up, filling it up. And you know what? Let's go ahead and shut this off for now. And their power will slowly drain once this conduit runs out of energy. Where'd my... Alright. Make sure, let's see, if I hit F7, looks like, wait. Did I hit F9? I've hit F9. Showing all the different chunks being loaded. F7, looks like I need a torch here. Stick a torch over there. We need a torch against this wall, against that wall. And that looks pretty good. Oop, missed a spot over here. Torch here for now. Alright, need our assembly table. Assembly table right about here. Very cool. That looks alright. Have to add some neat stuff around there to make it look a little better, but should be good for now. Alright, so up next, we probably ought to, not in there, work on attaching our system to the rest of... Alright, where'd I put my item ducts? Give me a second. Okay, found my stuff. So I want to be a little careful when I attach this to the rest of my system, because often when I'm making things with the assembly table, say I'm going to make a gate or, you know, what have you, I don't really want all of my stuff to go back all the way down there. So I'm going to put a chest here so that things will get dumped right into the chest. And then what I want to do is use my item ducts, and let's bring them around the back so that they don't really interfere with my aesthetics too much. Item duct, and let's think here. I guess I can just poke a hole here. There we go. So that should work. So now I can make something. It'll get stuck in the chest, and then if I want it to get extracted, I can apply a redstone signal. So that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and put this on the wall, actually. There we go. Now I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time tidying this up. I actually really need to do a whole makeover on my base, and I probably will do that off camera because I don't think you want to see me pull up the floor and put something down and then change my mind and put something down again. But I'll probably do that between this episode and next. I don't know. Or it might be exactly the same. So basic buildcraft stuff, we can start using gates now, and we can, you know, do anything else that needs an assembly table. And the real reason why I wanted to make this assembly table is I actually want to get set up with a better sorting system. I really want to start working my way towards an applied energistics system, because I've got power, I've got constant power, and I've got more items than I want to conveniently worry about sorting into chests. So the cool thing about applied energistics is that you can just store things on kind of a hard drive. So I'm going to go grab a bunch of stuff, and then we will start crafting. You know what? Real quick before we get to a better sorting system, I kind of want to change this a little bit because this is getting coal when I have coal that comes up from down below. And I have a whole barrel of coal over there, and I kind of grabbed it real quick. See? And I think I want to set this up a little bit differently. So I think I'm going to kind of do a similar thing to what I did over there and just go ahead and stick a barrel right here. Now, oop, no, can't attach it there. Barrels need to input from the back and they output from the bottom. So we are going to do this. Input to the bottom, output there. We need a pneumatic servo. I've got a couple of them. Pneumatic servo, I want to use coal. Coal should go in. Whitelist it. Coal input. Alright, cool. I already set that up. I want this to go out the top. No, wait. Why am I doing it out the top? Out there. Then I get rid of the top. Grab that. Oop. Grab this. Down a hole. Still down a hole. Give me your bat form. And then what I need to do is wrap this around. I kind of cut a hole out here. And then I'm going to need a block. So there we go. So now I've got two different networks. This is going to need an item duct. And we want only coal to go in here. So let me think if I've got this straight. Oh, and this is going the wrong way. Go figure. Chop, chop, chop. There we go. Alright. I think this should be good. So coal. Let's see. Actually, I wonder if it'll... I don't think... No, it won't dump in there. It'll put the backpack in there. Coal goes in here. I've got... Let's go ahead and make this to enable on low. And coal I've already got in here. But if I were to take out a coal... Sweet. There goes. Very cool. Now, I guess what I ought to also do is decrease the stack size down to 1. Because I don't want too much to go. So I've got half a stack of coal in there, and I don't really want all that. Okay. I think we should be good. Throw that in there. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go grab some more materials, like I said, turn back into myself, and I'll meet you guys somewhere for more stuff. Alright, so I'm very excited. I wanted to share this with you guys. I just, well, a little bit ago, got my first stack of rich slag. Now, if you're not sure what rich slag does, it is awesome. It's a byproduct of using our induction smelters, and it actually triples your ore output. So, oh, it's going up top. So, rich slag, triple the ore. We also have a very high chance of getting slag, which we can use for a variety of things. Let's we can make clay if you wanted. You can make florbs, which I'm not that familiar with. Apparently you can throw them, and I don't really know. We'll have to play with them and see. And more importantly, you can use them to make rock wool, which is like wool, only it won't burn, which is pretty cool. So, making some gold, getting some stuff. Back in with you in a few. Okay, I think I've got most of the stuff we need. I actually went ahead and made ourselves another machinist workbench to have over here. And I'll probably bring that one over here as well, just so we have all of it all in one place. Okay, so let's see. We need to make a couple things to actually even get applied energistics to work. We are going to need, for a very, very basic system, you can make just something like an ME chest. And an ME chest is fairly simple. You do need to make an ME processor, but, you know, in terms of things, ME chest is the easiest way to get started. However, for me, it's not really worth it. So what I want to do is actually set up an ME controller, an ME drive, and an access terminal. I'm actually going to upgrade my access terminal to a crafting terminal, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so we've got to start off with the controller. Now the controller needs some fluxed crystals, and we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear this crafting grid. Controller needs an advanced processor. Now I suppose I'm going to have to go upstairs and get some of these cooking, because this is why we just made our assembly table. We can make this in the assembly table. It requires a little bit less resources than doing it by hand. It does require power, but we've got plenty of power. So we're going to come upstairs and hop, hop, hop. We need to install an elevator. And we'll throw some diamonds. We're going to need some regular ones. We'll put that in there. And silicon, go in there. Alright, so we're going to need an advanced processor, and we're going to need a bunch of basic processors. So we'll go ahead and turn the power on and let this get cooking. We are probably going to have to do a cut while this works, because it takes quite a while. And you know, maybe I should make some more lasers while I'm at it. It's not exactly the way I'd like it, but look how quick that's going. It's also probably draining my power like crazy, but that's okay. That's what we have all that coal for. Okay, clear that out. So we'll come back and finish the controller in a minute. We can start work on the drive. Well, nope, maybe not. We need to make a chest, though. So we can throw a chest. And, you know, I'm probably need a couple chests, so I'm just going to make a couple of them. So drive, working on, we need a access terminal. And for the access terminal, we're going to need more basic processors. Alright, and we're back. We've got a basic processor and an advanced processor cooked up. We can go ahead and make the controller fairly simply. Oh, got to put my fluxed crystals in there. And I need to put that in there. Alright, we're going to only need one controller. We are going to need one ME drive, and for that we're going to need another basic processor. So let's go ahead and make the access terminal. For the access terminal, we're going to need a conversion matrix. Now the conversion matrix is pretty simple, and I am going to actually write this schematic. And we need some flux dust, or fluix, yeah, whatever. Somebody can tell me how to pronounce that one. Access terminal conversion. Wait, why am I doing this? I put it right there. Oh well. Basic processor right in there. Cool. So access terminal. Oh, and for this we're going to need some ME cable, and we're going to need some more dust for that. So go ahead and sit that in there. And this one I'm also going to write, because you can always use some basic cable. We'll make 6 for right now. Access terminal was up here. Put that in there. Put my conversion matrix in there. We've got our access terminal. Very cool. So for right now, I'm going to leave the access terminal. We're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to show you the difference between the access and the crafting terminal, and why I want to upgrade it. You should have, cool, plenty of these. Let's go on in here. Take a look at the ME drive. Put that there. Throw that in here. Probably don't need all that iron. And ME drive. So now we just need to find a place for this. So we've got the 3 parts that we need. The ME controller needs power. So we're going to have to run power to it. I'm going to leave this wall here. At some point I'm going to need At some point I'm going to need to think about what I'm going to say before I start talking. At some point I'm going to need to rearrange how this stuff is allocated, because I don't need it all like this. I'm also going to do some back end stuff. I'm hoping I have the quartz for it, but I might not. Alright, so my controller, I'm going to go ahead and stick right here. I can attach some cable to it pretty simply. And now comes the interesting part. Let's put the access terminal directly above it, and the drive, let's move this to the other side. The drive can sit next to it. Okay, so we've got our access terminal, our controller, and our drive. Now at this point, this still is not functional. So you can see why I didn't start off with this. It's still not functional. We've already used some diamond and some gold and a bunch of quartz. Where's my... okay. I'm going to change this around in a minute. But, okay, so what else do we need? Well, it's got a drive, and the drive has slots. And in those slots, you're going to put things like these storage cells. So if I just go ahead and type in storage, you have storages of varying sizes. So there's the 1K, the 4K, 16K, 64K. And then there are spatial storages that we're not going to worry about because they allow you to store actual like plots of land, and we don't want to do that right now. We want to store information about our materials. So we're going to make some 1K storages, and the 1K storages need a storage cell, so we need more basic processors. So I'm going to go see how many of those we have and be right back. Alright, and we're back. We had 5 of these ready to go, so let's go ahead and craft a basic storage. And you know what, let's write this schematic because we're going to need a lot of these. Okay, so we're going to need 1 storage cell per every 1 of these, and we actually need 3 storage cells for every 1 4K, as you can see. So right now we're going to start off by just making some simple stuff. You know what, why don't I use all 5? Okay, so we've got that. Now we need to make our actual storage cell. So let's put this in here, and I'm going to make 2 of these, and these do not stack, so be careful when you're making them. Don't clear out your inventory. And then we're actually going to make 1... oh, but we're going to have to use another basic processor. We'll do that in a minute, once I give it a little more time to make some more. Now, these storage cells, just like in a computer, are going to go in your ME drive. So think of it like hard drives in your computer. So they will store 1,024 bytes of data, and they can store up to 63 different types of items. Now, these are much more effective at storing a large amount of one item than a small amount of many items. So just bear that in mind as you design your system, and you can kind of see what I end up doing with mine. So go ahead and attach this to the power. It will start drawing power, and you can see that it uses 10 AE per tick, and I'm not sure what the conversion rate is to redstone flux, but it used to work out to something around 25 AE per buildcraft unit, so per Minecraft joule, yeah. Okay, and the larger your system gets, the more power it uses. So pretty cool. So what can we do with this? Well, if we go ahead and click on the access terminal, it gives you kind of this thing. It looks kind of like a chest. And whatever you throw in here starts basically getting broken down into data and stored on the drives. So with 6 different items, we're using 67 of 1,024 bytes. Pretty cool. So let's pull these back out because I don't want to store all this stuff. But the other neat thing is, well, let me just show you. If you have a lot in here, you can also search by type. So if you're just looking for diamond, you just type in diamond, and anything with a, that has diamond in the name will show up. Since my iron doesn't have diamond in the name, it disappears, which is pretty cool. You can also sort all your items. This is just in its infancy. Let me go upstairs and see how many more processors we have and what else we can do with it. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Making a storage segment. and then going to take that storage segment and make ourselves a 4K storage. Pretty cool. Now, one of the other interesting things about this mod is what you can do is you can make a partition editor. Now, where is my partition? Partition. Why didn't I just search for partition? There we go. So the partition editor takes your items or it takes your disks, and it will actually, do one thing at a time. It will take your disks and it will partition them so that only certain things can fit on each disk, which is very useful. And let's go ahead and make this so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's put the partition editor. The partition editor does not need to be connected to your network, so you can put it, let's put it right there. So what you do with the partition editor is you put your disk in here. You can name it. So I'm going to name mine ingots. And then what I can do is I can come over here. I can grab, well, why am I grabbing all of them? I want 1 silver, and, well, ultimately that should work as well. Iron, and I've got a lead, and a copper, and electrum, and ferrous, and steel. And what you can do, we're going to probably have to add stuff to this, is you can say, alright, on this drive, I only want these items. So why might you want to do this? Well, remember how I said before that each drive is more efficient if it's storing more of one type of item. And so this allows you to keep only one type of item on a drive. So let's go ahead and format this. Alright, so now we can take this, slap it in our storage thing, and you'll notice that I turned this off. I actually did that with good reason. I don't want to waste power. I know that sounds kind of stupid considering this draws such a tiny amount of power, but it's just me. Okay, so we can go ahead, throw that in here, open up our terminal, and just start dumping our ores in here. And you'll notice that they should all go onto this one, because this is what accepts them. None of them went on to the other two. I wonder what it went on that one. Oh, probably the diamond. And oh, we put iron in here before. All right. Something's on there. I'll have to look at it in a minute. All right. So the next thing that we want to do, say you've got a bunch of stuff like, how are we going to get all of these ores into this network without having to do anything? Well, what we're going to make is an import bus. Alright, so the import bus. We just want a basic import bus because we want to suck everything out of that inventory. So we need an ME interface, which needs another one of these conversion matrices. Nope, that's not it. Middle one. Oh, by the way, if you hold shift, you can see what your things are. And I'm going to make a couple of these. Did I make too many? No, we should be alright. Alright. Got that. Need a sticky piston. I'll get there at some point. Throw my cobble up there. Cool. And let's make a bunch of these, because I know I'm going to need them. Clear the crafting grid. No, need a sticky piston. Once you get too much stuff in here, it starts to get a little clunky. And let's make 4 of them. Clear it, add it, send it, put my thing back in there. And let me me see. That, okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and make all of these. Okay. Guess we can only make one. Alright. ME cable. We're going to need a little bit more of that, I think. I think 6 should be enough. So I'm going to have to go back and pretty this up. But for now, can this? Sweet. Couldn't remember if it could. I need to, and will this attach to the front? Yay, it will. Okay. So, you'll see that this will start sucking out all of the items out of here, and they start going into our system. And they should be, you can see that little light flashing, going onto this third drive that we partitioned for all of our ingots. Now, you'll notice this isn't the fastest thing in the world. The basic import bus moves fairly slowly. So this will take a little while. If we wanted to upgrade it to a precision import bus, we could grab a processor that I conveniently used. Okay, we can take our basic import bus and apply a processor to it and get a precision import bus. And we're going to need one of these anyway, so it's not like this is a waste. Alright, precision import bus. Alright, and this should start sucking out, and then we should be able to, there we go, move stacks of items. There we go, look how fast that goes. Now, moving stacks of items does use a little more power. You can see the power is kind of waning a little bit. It's like, oh my god, can't handle this. When you open this inventory, and I suppose before I go, I want to fix something really quick. This has all your items, and it's just, you know, searchable interface. Pretty cool. However, let's go ahead and disable this. But one of the things that you can do is turn it into a crafting interface. And a crafting interface needs a storage cell, which I think I should have. Apparently I don't. Oh, brother. Alright. Got some up here, though. Oh, that's where all my energy is going. Obviously, it's going upstairs. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we need a storage cell and crafting terminal, and oh, we're going to need a crafting table, which needs some more. Clear. Voila. Crafting terminal. Stick it on in there. Where did I not break it? I didn't. Alright, nope, not monitor. Terminal. Throw crafting terminal in here. Excellent. Now the crafting terminal is really cool, and this is the reason I really like this. Well, one of the many. So, go ahead and power it up, and what you can actually see is you get a crafting window, which I think is awesome because I always, as you've noticed, forget items. So now, if you have all of your things in here or attached to your network, you can just search for an item, you find it, and you're like, oh, I want to make a bucket. Oh, I don't have any iron. Oh, no. Oh, hey, there's one right here. Well, that was simple. And then you can make it. And the other cool thing is when you make one bucket, it auto-populates it to go back in there. So you can make as many buckets, so be careful with your shift clicking. You can make, you can turn all of your items into, all of your resources into items very, very quickly. Okay, so we've got ourselves a new crafting system set up, or sorting system set up. I'm going to have to go back and add some of this stuff to our sorting system, and I don't think you really want to see me shifting things from barrels to here with, you know, import buses. And this video is already quite long, so next time you'll get to see my full AE system kind of in action. Hopefully you'll like it as much as I will. Maybe you'll have some suggestions for how to make it better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking and rambling. So until next time, take it easy, folks.